Let us pray. Father God, we love you. Father, we thank you for this beautiful day you have given us so far. Father, just be with us through this holiday season.
Hey, Sarge.
Chairman, if you got that quote that's on all that should be included, labor and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I thought I said I'm gonna really take it.
Can I get a motion to accept the agenda? So moved. First and second to accept the agenda. All in favor? Motion carries. Brings us to the approval of the minutes. If there are no changes to the minutes from the November 7th public hearing and regular meeting, can I get a motion to accept?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second. Got a first and second to accept the minutes. All those in favor? Motion carries. This brings us to the first public comment section of the night. It'll be limited to 3 minutes and agenda items only. Are there any registered speakers?
Yes, sir. The first is Mr. Ben Goff.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Ben Goff. I live at Harriet's Bluff in Camden County. To date, I have not questioned, other than motor grader purchases, anything that the Director of Public Works has brought forth until now. Obviously, nothing that is brought forth is going to deter the vote to purchase this equipment, and it might be the right thing to do, and this is an agenda item. Further investigation. I challenge you, go spend a day with that boom mower from 7 a.m. until 4 that we have now and tell me that it is the most efficient, practical way to clear roadside brush and ditches. In the agenda, under history, number one, the department's not able to keep up with the county vegetation control with one tractor boom mower. And my question is, how many actual hours of work weekly are being productive with that boom mower? Number two on the agenda, the ditches on many of our main roads and bluffs could be maintained a lot better and more frequent with a rotary head attachment than trying to utilize hand labor and weed eaters with the lack of staff. I'm assuming that lack of staff means that staff positions have not been filled. My question would be, why not? Then there was a plan put forth by that organization in the beginning, back the first of the year, that included that hand labor and weed eaters. What happened to the plan? On item 4, facts and issues, in addition to the regular 300 centerline miles of side vertical vegetation with the improvements of the dirt roads, great, good job. And reduction of motor grading, great, good job. On those 55 miles, we're having an increased demand / request for vegetation control in those ditches. Now that grading is reduced, are we going to sell those motor graders? What happened to the plan, and what are those operators doing? On Saturday past, driving southwest on I-295, I observed a saw-type boom mower cutting roadside tree limbs and brush, leaving smooth cuts and a much more aesthetic appearance than what we see left by the current boom mower in Camden. Additionally, the cut limbs were being removed from the roadside rather than beat down limbs and brush left in the roadside ditches as it is in Camden. Nothing seems to be removed from the ditches from that boom whacker that we have. This past Friday, observing the boom mower out at Harriet's Bluff, I would speculate that there was no more than 3 hours of actual work time with the mower.
Time's up.
I have no qualms with the following statement, and you can read it if you choose, but nothing about that operation is rocket science. Thank you.
Mr. Jim Goodman.
Just immediately prior to going down, I'd like to offer an apology to, first and foremost, the citizens, the voters, the people assembled here, those who were present in the last meeting. To Mr. Lanny Bryant, I'd like to offer an apology. And to my colleagues here at the dais, I'd like to offer an apology. It's an unconditional apology. I spoke out of turn. I won't do it again. I will respond to the same type of thing, but I've studied the manual and I know how to respond to it now. So I offer you my unconditional and sincere apology. Now, if you'll bear with my arthritic self, I will be at the podium momentarily. Jim Goodman, 309 Burrell Boulevard. I speak as a citizen tonight. I address the commission, Camden County, Georgia. And I want to say this. The reason I'm having to do this is because I can't get a second on a agenda item and I can't get discussion. So I'm going to say it this way. We need to end the spaceport question. It has been proven that it is valueless. It is worthless. It is costly to continue to defend it. It's time consuming. It's disruptive. It dilutes our assets. No one wants it except for a few diehards. It was a bad mistake. I'm sorry. You were misled, Commission. I participated only slightly in it as I came on board fairly late. I'm recalling only one vote and I can't speak about it because it was an executive session. So I'm culpable to that extent, but I will never do it again. Not another dollar, not another minute, not another thought of a spaceport for Camden County. What I propose is that we give the JDA its due. We give them what we are listing on our tax bills, 1 mil, not a half a mil, but 1 full mil, which is something I think in excess of $2 million now. What the JDA needs to do is to build a site, not a building. A building constrains suitors who would come to us. They need to build a site that is shovel ready for the building. It needs to have sewage. It needs to have water. It needs to have electricity. It may need to have gas. It should be positioned close to the interstate and may be positioned to close to a railhead. It certainly is positioned optimally for deep water ports and airports to the north and south. Let's give the JDA the tools that they need to do what we need to have done.
We can have a discussion about the JDA, the upcoming strategic planning that we'll do in December.
Is my time up? Are we in a? Well, I think I've got more than that because my train of thought has been interrupted. And I really,
Well, the JDA is not on the agenda.
the spaceport money goes to the JDA is what that tie-in was. I thought I made that pretty clear. The bottom line is the money we have squandered on the spaceport and continue to squander because of extremely poor, unfailingly poor legal advice and expensive legal advice is money that we can't recoup. We can't claw that back. It's gone. That's been definitively decided. So let's give that up. Let's move on and let's put that money where it can go to better use. and let's never talk about another spaceport again. Thank you.
Anybody else ready for Katie? Anybody from the audience want to speak? Okay, seeing none. All right, this time we need to adjourn the regular meeting and convene a public hearing regarding alcohol license renewal. We have a motion on that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
First and second. All in favor? Motion carried. All right, do it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. Tonight, I'm here to request approval for the 2024 alcohol license renewals. Each applicant has provided the required information for each renewal and each license that they receive. So therefore, staff recommends approval on this.
Anybody from the public wish to speak in favor of this? Anybody wish to speak in opposition?
My name is Ben Goff. I'm at Harriet's Bluff. I'm not certain that I want to speak in opposition to it. What I do object to is not a listing of those locations that are going to be approved.
Mr. Goff, they are in the agenda packet online.
All right, anybody else? All right, anybody from the board got any questions for Julie? We'll move on. This time we need a motion to adjourn the public hearing and reconvene the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
First and second to reconvene the regular meeting. All in favor? Motion carried. All right, you're up.
Tonight, I'm here to request approval for the 2024 alcohol license renewals. Staff would recommend approval on this.
Get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a first and second, to approve the alcohol license. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? All right,
Thank you,
brings
Mr.
us
Chairman.
to, Public Works. Who's doing that?
Good evening, Commissioner.
Good evening.
This is Shalana. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay. This subject is for, I have a very bad echo. 1 second.
You're clear on our end, Shalana.
Okay. It's a little distracting, but I'm going to try to read this. So the agenda is for a 2024 Massey Ferguson tractor with the boom mower arm and attachment. So historically, the department has had 2 tractors that we could dedicate to the county. We purchased a new 2021 John Deere. We thought we were going to be able to do it with one, and it has proven not to be successful. At this time, we have a Massey Ferguson 5711D 4-wheel drive cab tractor with a 22 diamond boom mower arm and 2 attachments, which would be a 50-inch rotary head and a 44-inch flail mower attachment, plus the extended warranties, are all outlined for the capital purchase of $194,772.89. We had $150,000 allocated for capital expense for FY24. So we have struggled keeping up with the side vegetation control. As far as the ditches on the unpaved roads, we have had a lot more vegetation by not pulling the ditches. The department also, we pulled bids from the contract dealership and source well from state contract We completed all the demonstrations.
Like we lost her.
I just muted myself again. The Massey Ferguson tractor with the boom does offer the ability to purchase two different types of mowing heads and the extended warranties at the lower cost below what the Aspen Evergreen or the John Deere can offer. That is the reason that we are recommending approval for the Massey Ferguson tractor. We reached out to 7 counties in Georgia that all have multiple Massey Ferguson, are happy with the dealership and the work that they get from the tractor. I'll open it up to any questions.
Thank you, Selena. Anybody got any questions for her?
Mr. Lane, on the extended warranty, you, what did you get there? Did you deal with those at all?
So the extended warranty on the boom mower only, which is the boom arm, that is up to 36 months. It has to be purchased at the time you buy the tractor. If you wait a week, 2 weeks, or a month, that you cannot get that. So that I am recommending the 36 months for the $11,000. The optional extended warranty, the dealer has offered a factory ultimate extended warranty, 36 months, 3,000 hours at no charge to us. And then they offer additional ones. You can purchase this at a later date. If we wanted to wait until month 35 for 2,900 hours, there are essentially insurance companies that will still give you an extended warranty later. Of course, the cost will probably be higher by then.
Okay, so the factory, the tractor only is 36 months and it's $11,147.35. You're saying they're gonna give us 36 months on the boom itself?
They'll give the 36-month, 3,000 hours for the tractor only. The boom mower part we will have to purchase ourselves.
Okay. And the boom is what we can wait till the 35th month?
No, the extended warranty, not on the boom.
What dealership is this through?
So the dealership has offered the 36 months or 3,000 hours for the actual tractor. The Atlantic and Southern is the dealership. And they will offer that. If we want to purchase above and beyond that to get a 48 month or 60 months, we can do that now at those prices on page 3. Or we can accept the no charge 36 month 3,000 and wait and then choose to purchase an additional one. I am sure, certainly in 3 years, and just because you're buying an extended at a later date, the price will be more. The other part of the warranty that this dealership offers that John Deere hasn't on any of the purchases I've made over the last couple of years is the Atlantic and Southern offer government and city, local municipalities. The first 12 months, they do not charge any travel time or labor either in all of their warranties. So if I have to call them after a month or 2 months or 10 months and have them drive to the tractor to fix it, they do not charge any travel, any fuel, anything. Which we have had that problem with the John Deere boom mower that we bought and the backhoe we bought.
Okay, any more questions?
Ms. McNamee, what are our in-house capabilities for repairing this equipment, particularly the boom, since it's going to be, if we don't do the extended warranty on it, it will be our people that have to do it. Are we pretty well set for mechanics that can handle that and equipment setup?
We are and we aren't. I mean, as far as a warranty with the hydraulics and everything that can go wrong with that piece, I would not recommend waiving the warranty.
So your recommendation is to purchase the warranty on the boom arm?
Yes.
Thank you.
There's no more discussion. Can I get a motion on this item?
We should go through.
And this is buying it from Atlantic Southern.
Yeah, this is her recommendation. One of Ms. McNamee's recommendation.
All right, we got a first and we have a second. I'll second. Any more discussion on this? For a vote, all those in favor? Motion carries. All right, Chief, you're up.
Doing. I'm asking approval for the Hearst hydraulic extrication equipment for the fire department. This is coming out of capital outlay, $37,687.07. Currently, we have a extrication equipment is from 1999. You know, the parts for trying to keep the extrication equipment going, as y'all know, we've been pretty busy lately cutting, patients out of vehicles and all, and it's costly. There has been an increase. This was budgeted in FY 2014 budget, $36,600. So there was an increase, and it's going to be another increase December 1st. So I'm asking approval for that, please.
Get a motion on this item.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a first and second to approve the purchase of the hydraulic extrication equipment. Any discussion?
Does this have an extended warranty on it?
Oh, yeah, 1 year.
All those in favor?
Thank you. I was going to beat you to the punch. You beat me to it. Thank you so much.
All right, Sean.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Tonight, we have before you a resolution urging the Governor and the General Assembly of Georgia to continue efforts to reform and improve mental health services for the citizens of Georgia. The President of ACCG, the Association of County Commissioners of Georgia, has asked all 159 counties throughout the state to approve this resolution to the Governor and General Assembly. This resolution specifically urges the Governor and General Assembly to continue their efforts in the upcoming session to enhance Georgia citizens' access to vital mental health services, including the provision of state budgetary funding for additional behavioral health crisis centers across the state, additional co-responder units, and other resources to assist with mental health and substance abuse disorders. So if you vote to approve, you'll be joining in with pretty much every other county in Georgia in support of this. This is also ACCG's top priority, as recently approved by the association at the Jekyll Island Legislative Conference. So if there's any questions, I'll take those now.
I get a motion on that?
I'll make the motion that we adopt this resolution.
Second.
First and second to adopt the resolution. Any discussion? Anything to help get these people out of the jails and the floods?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Next item.
The next item is the 2024 regular meeting and holiday calendar. Of note, just like this year, we will only have one commissioner meeting in July as well as December. A lot of that's just due to the holidays and scheduling around the commission schedules as well as staffs. especially during the holiday season. But July 4th kind of throws a wrench in our first meeting of July, so we'll just hold one meeting in that month.
Can I get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve the calendar as presented.
Second. The first and second to approve the calendar for 2024. All those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Okay, Matt, you're up.
Good evening, Commissioners. Tonight, my first item to bring in front of you is approval award for the Government Service Building metal roof retrofit to Roofing Professionals Incorporated. So this is the second time we've looked at redoing this roof in the last 6 months. The first time we were going to do a reshingle of the roof, and the awarded contractor was not familiar with the current roofing system we have on this building, which is a LoadMaster system. We went back and spoke with the architect, and this system is actually a pretty, not a very often used system throughout the state of Georgia. So we went back and the architect recommended doing a metal roof retrofit for this building. It is more common to see them retrofitted to a metal roof than re-shingled as a LoadMaster system. So we put another RFP out for the LoadMaster system of the contractors that showed up to gave us a bid. Roofing Professionals Incorporated was the most responsible and responsive. They were also the only one that had LoadMaster system retrofitting experience throughout the state. And they come highly recommended from all the folks that we spoke with. So the department recommends approval of the award for the Government Service Building metal roof retrofit to Roofing Professionals Incorporated.
How much was the first bid when we bid it out for shingles? How much was that?
Don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was
around 80.
Yeah.
I think it was over 80,000.
the architect gave us a number, was expecting this to be closer to $500,000. So when it came out to 283, we're actually quite surprised that it was cheaper than what the architect was expecting.
Can I get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second. A first and second to approve the metal roof retrofit. Any discussion?
Did you say that was standing seam metal?
Yes.
Okay.
All those in favor? Motion carried.
The second item I have is approval award for the special inspection and construction material testing services to TTL Incorporated. This is for the new health department building. This company will be doing all of our compaction testing, our concrete testing, all of our load testing for the building as it's being built to ensure that everything's being done to code and that the building will last for many years into the future. They'll also be submitting all their testing documents and their weekly and biweekly reports to us so that we can keep track of all the testing that they're doing. And they'll be attending all of our construction meetings as well, our biweekly construction meetings. Of the 6 companies that our architect contacted, this was the only one that came back with the ability to perform in the time frame that we needed them to. So we recommend approval for TTL Incorporated.
Get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a first and second to award the contract to TTL USA. Any discussion? When do you think we'll break ground?
February.
February. All those in favor?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Item number 8, Mr. Gooden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, I would like to make this sweet and simple, that this commission take the action of relinquishing the Spaceport Cannon operator's license back to the FAA and cease all litigation and expenses and move on. And I make that in form of a motion.
I'll second that for discussion.
Thank you.
Mr. Goodman, question. I'm just wondering if the license doesn't cost us anything to keep, why would you recommend giving it back?
It's a continuing series of lawsuits trying to claw back. It's a useless cause. It's high dollar law firms from Atlanta. And with the hope that we can get some money back and it's time to bring it to a close and move on to something else.
Well, we don't need to be discussing litigation in an open meeting.
And that was not a discussion of litigation. It was a discussion of why we should relinquish the license. We need to stop the expenses. And thank you for the question, Mr. Ray.
That's all I've got. Thank you.
You know, first and second, all those in favor? Those opposed? This time we need to adjourn the regular meeting and convene a solid waste authority meeting. We have a motion on that.
So move.
We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor? All right, we're now on a solid waste authority meeting. Is there any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none, can I get a motion to accept the agenda?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Got a first and second to accept the solid waste authority meeting agenda. All those in favor? Motion carried. There's no changes to the minutes from the October 17th Solid Waste Authority meeting. Can I get a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
First and second to accept the minutes. All those in favor? Motion carried. All right, this brings us to the public comment portion of the Solid Waste Authority meeting. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes and agenda items only. Are there any registered speakers? Anybody from the public wish to talk about solid waste? All right, saying none, we'll move on. Item number 1.
Campbell should be online with us.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
The purpose of this is to consider the transmission rebuild for the Cat D6 bulldozer. This is a 2019 Cat D6 that was purchased in fiscal year 20. This is our primary bulldozer at the C&D landfill. It's used to grade, spread cover dirt. We use it in firefighting operations. This piece of equipment is essential to daily operations. It has 8,656 hours on it as of September. The funds for this rebuild are budgeted in the solid waste equipment maintenance budget. Attached is the quote from Yancey. The total amount would be $82,043.20. Staff would recommend approval of this rebuild.
Can we get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
First and second to approve the transmission replacement. Any discussion? Do we have a backup? On
No,
site?
so that's our main dozer at the C&D landfill. We have right now we've got 3 D6s and 2 D5s. Both D5s are in really poor shape, and the D6s are as well. We've only got one that's really functional right now. So it's really important we get this one fixed so we can get the other one in to get fixed and get back on a kind of a better replacement schedule.
Mr. Chairman, one of the things I've asked Campbell to do is just go ahead and start looking at getting quotes now for replacement equipment because it's 8 to 12 to maybe even 16 months for lead time for delivery.
Yeah.
So we're starting that process now.
I would also recommend that this we will keep that.
That's right. Yes, sir. Yeah. And then also on top of the rebuild program for CAT, we're looking at the Aljon for rebuild too. The last one that we had rebuilt was, I think, 2017. So it's coming up on its life expectancy for a rebuild as well. So we're getting quotes on all of that now.
Got first and second, any more discussion? All those in favor? Motion carried. All right, this brings us to the final public comment section for Solid Waste Authority. Is there anybody wish to speak? Being none, we'll move on. Now we need a motion to adjourn the solid waste authority meeting and reconvene the regular meeting.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second. First and second. All those in favor? All right, we're back in the regular meeting. All right, you're back up, Mr. Smith.
Yes, sir. The purpose of this is to ask for the approval of the commission to go ahead and rebuild the transmission for the Cat D6 bulldozer that we use at the C&D landfill.
Can I get a motion on this item?
Motion to approve.
Second. Here we go. First and second to approve the transmission replacement. All those in favor? Motion carried. Brings us to reports. Katie, you got anything?
No, sir, there's no changes to the calendar.
County administrator comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the curbside collection, just a reminder that Thursday there will be no, garbage collection in the unincorporated sections of the county. That each collection for the remainder of the week will just be a day late. So just a reminder for those of you that live in the unincorporated areas of the county. Also, the county offices will be closed this Thursday, Friday. I know Katie just probably remember the calendar. And then for those of you that were able to attend the employee luncheon that we had last Wednesday, it was very well attended, probably one of the largest attendances we've had. Just a huge thank you to all of our staff and participants and even commissioners and commissioner spouses who even helped out. So it was a wonderful event, and we're very fortunate and blessed to be able to offer that to the staff. So with that, I wish everybody a happy and wonderful Thanksgiving. I wish everybody safe travels. If you are traveling, 95's already been super busy, so just be very careful. Just be mindful of those around you as you travel. Thank you.
All right, brings us to our final public comment section of the night. Be limited to 3 minutes or any speakers.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ricky Manning.
I bring it up, but I ain't gonna aggravate you with it. There's several hours of the gun range today at my house. Even some from the inside of the house with no TV playing. I'm about tired of it. My name's Ricky Manning. I'm from Bullhead. Here's some excerpts that comes right out of the county book. Section 810, loud, unnecessary, unusual. It shall be unlawful for any person to make, continue, or cause to be made any loud, unnecessary, or unusual noise, or any noise that unreasonably or unnecessary noise disturbs, injures, or endangers the comfort, repose, health, peace, or safety of others in the county. That's me. That's your book. We watched right here just a few short weeks ago the same complaints from a whole group of people about the noise and messing with their peace. The county agreed to that. But because this board, this administration hates me, they don't agree to nothing about the gun range. Now we're going to do something about it. Now, Section 805, also out of the county code book, issuance and summons for abatement. Whenever any nuisance exists within the county, or whenever any condition shall exist on any property within the county that is required or subject to be demolished, removed, or abated under any ordinances of the county, and the owner or the responsible person refuses, fails, or after reasonable notice demolishes, remove, or abate the nuisance, the planning director, Mr. Joy, may issue a summons and cause the nuisance to be served upon such owner or other person responsible for such condition, describing the conditions complained of the specified in the ordinance, or parts of ordinance claimed to be violated by the nuisance, and requiring that such person to appear before the magistrate at a time, date, and place specified in the summons to show just cause why such conditions should not be demolished, removed, or abated. I have complained, and I have went to this board. There is videos galore. There is no justification for spending millions of dollars already. We're still spending hundreds of thousands every year to disturb the peace of me, my pets, and the wildlife for a little desired gun range that came from this county. We are not in the business of running commercial businesses with county tax funds. I sure wish y'all come pay for all my stuff at the house and open me up a business. I won't have to worry about nothing. If it fails, I'll just come up here and get some more money. If I'm looking right, you spent almost $750,000 at that gun range last year, which is what you gave them and what they took in. Where is this helping this county? This is ridiculous. Y'all need to do something. I know you hate me, won't even look at me, and you know it. I called you today and it continued. I've got it. I've got it documented. I'm going to the state. You did not stop the last group from up here complaining about the same thing, Mr. Casey. I expect an answer.
This is a different.
I expect I will have Mr. Yakubaki fill out the paperwork and y'all will go talk to the magistrate. Thank you.
Everybody. Anybody else from the public wish to speak? All right. Going once, going twice. Go. All right, now we need a motion to adjourn the regular meeting and convene an executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel.
So move.
First and second, all in favor?
Get the coaster.
All right. We need a motion to adjourn the executive session and reconvene the regular meeting.
Make a motion to adjourn the executive session and resume the regular meeting. Can I get a second?
All right, got a first and a second. Or resume the regular meeting. All in favor?
Any doubt about that? Can you get that?
Motion carries. Any action from the executive session? We didn't have any action, so anybody want to make a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor? Motion carries. We're adjourned.
Yeah.